Welcome to the Child Care Directorship Chair, the podcast for bold educators who are ready to lead, grow, and shake things up in early childhood education. Whether you are a teacher eyeing that lead role, a lead stepping into leadership, or a center owner dreaming big, this is your space to grow with purpose and leave your mark. Hosted by heart-centered leadership coach Erica Saccoccio, each episode brings you real talk, actionable tools, and a contagious laugh or two, all designed to help you step into your next level with confidence. So pour your coffee, pop in those earbuds, and take your seat, because your leadership journey starts right now in the Child Care Director's Chair.
Hey guys, it is Erica here with the Child Care Directorship Podcast, where we spill the real tea on leadership, connection, and building thriving childcare programs that change lives. I'm your host, Erica Saccoccio, and today we are kicking off a week-long series called Building Bridges. This week we're talking about what it means to connect, like really connect in early childhood education. Because let's be honest, leadership in this field isn't about policies or paperwork. It's about the people. And when we focus on our people first, our staff, our families, and our community, well, that's where the real magic happens. Now, speaking of families, you might hear a little noise in the background. I am my grandson at the recording studio today. So if you hear a little boy in the background playing with toys, you're not crazy. So let's dive in. It's time for a brand new segment, Ask the Expert. That's right, you can now text the show with your leadership or childcare questions, and I'll answer them right here on the air. So go ahead, hit that pause button just for a second. Send us your question. I want to hear from you and our amazing community of educators all over the world. Here's a fun fact. Over 3,200 educators tuned in last month. Can you believe that? This community is doing it. And if you want to do it with us, come join our Trailblazer Community, where we grow together, share ideas, and keep pushing the field of early childhood education forward. All right, let's get into today's episode. When we talk about building bridges, we're really talking about connection. It's the difference between creating a culture that pulls people together versus one that isolates or divides. In childcare, it's so easy to get caught up in the daily grinds, the lesson plans, the parent messages, the never-ending to-do list. But when we take a step back, we realize that the strength of our programs doesn't come from paperwork. It comes from the relationships that hold everything together. And building bridges starts so simple, just a simple mindset shift. Seeing others as partners, not obstacles. Whether it's the teacher who's having a tough day, parent who's unsure about a policy, or another childcare center down the road, every relationship can either build a bridge or build a wall. And when we choose to collaborate over competing with each other, we not only lift each other up, but we set the example for how our children should feel about the communities that they thrive in. In our own centers, the philosophy has changed everything. We started reaching out to other childcare owners, partnering with local businesses, and connecting our families through community events. And the results? Well, our staff felt more supported, our families were more engaged, and our kids saw what teamwork really looks like in action. And when people feel seen and valued, they just show up differently. They invest in their hearts, not just their hours. Building bridges also means having the courage to take the first step. Sometimes it's just sending a kind message to a fellow director who's struggling, or inviting another center to collaborate and share, maybe something that can help the greater community instead of viewing them as competition. It's reminding ourselves that we're stronger together, and that connection, not isolation, is what sustains us in this work. Because the truth is, walls might make us feel safe for a while, but bridges help us go further. And in early childhood education, we're in the business of building futures, not fences. Let's start close to home with your team. The people in your building every single day are the foundation of your bridge. As directors and leaders, we have the responsibility to create spaces where our teachers feel supported, where they feel trusted, where they feel respected. And connection doesn't just happen because people work in the same building. It happens when we make time for real conversations, shared goals, and appreciation. And try this. Just take 5 minutes at the start or end of each day to walk your floor. Ask your teachers how they're doing. Not just what they're doing, but how they're doing. Just a few moments of authentic connection can really transform your culture. When staff feel valued, they don't just stay longer, but they invest more of themselves into their work. And you can see it in their classrooms. You can see it in their faces, in their body language. When teachers feel connected to leadership, and that sense of belonging trickles down to the children. And when we connect with our teams, we build loyalty, creativity, and joy. And that's how strong bridges hold up, through that consistent care and communication. Now, let's talk about those families. Because one of the most important links in your bridge is your families. We say it takes a village, but that means we actually have to build that village. And parents want to feel like they are a part of something bigger, more than just drop off and pick up routines. They want to trust their child, caregivers, that they are allies and that their voices matter. When we focus on connection over compliance, the whole relationship changes. Instead of sending home reminders that sound like policies, try sending home messages that sound like people, like share stories about their child's day, celebrate their milestones, and invite them to be part of community projects. Families who feel seen become your biggest advocates. And that energy that creates inside your program is contagious. Remember, when you build bridges with families, you're not just improving communication, but you're creating a network of shared purpose around every child you serve. Now let's talk about building those bridges beyond your four walls, which is one of the places I have been a lot lately. We can't forget our wider community, connecting with your city, your neighborhood, your local organizations. They turn centers into something bigger than a business. It becomes a hub of impact. When your teachers, your families, and children participate in local events, service projects, or partner with nonprofits, everyone feels part of something meaningful. And community connections also show your children what compassion looks like in action. When they see their teachers volunteering, collecting donations, or visiting community helpers, they learn that giving back is just what we do. And that's how we raise a generation that leads with kindness. If you're not sure where to start, look for one local partner. Maybe it's a senior center. Maybe it's an animal shelter or a food bank. And reach out. Tell them that you would love to collaborate. You will be surprised how many people say yes when you're offering help. And that's how bridges grow, one connection at a time. So as we wrap up today, I want you to think about this question. Where do you need to build a bridge right now? Maybe it's with a team member or a family or even another center in your community. This week, I challenge you to take that first step. Send that message. Start that conversation. Extend that invitation. Because when we build bridges, we don't just connect people. We create possibilities. And remember, if you've got a question about leadership, about teamwork, or anything related to this amazing world of early childhood education, then text the show. You might just hear your question answered on the next Ask the Expert segment. Until then, friends, keep leading with heart, keep serving your people, and keep building those bridges. Because this community is doing it, and if you want to do it with us, come join us in the Trailblazers program. We do have a free month trial session going on right now. Use the code word LAUNCH, all capital letters. Just head on over to our website, hit that membership button, and come see the great things that we're doing together. Until then, see you tomorrow.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Child Care Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Saccoccio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.